Hello students, in our last video we have completed till question number 8. So today we will see question number 9 from the exercise 8.1. See here in question number 9 it is given that ABCD is a parallelogram and P and Q are the points on BD such that DP is equal to BQ. And here we need to show that APD is congruent triangle BQC. Again AP is equal to CQ. The third one is AQB is congruent triangle CPD and AQ is equal to CP. And the last one is APCQ is a parallelogram. So to begin with, let us consider two triangles APD and CQB because we have to prove that they are congruent to each other. Now from these two triangles, DP is equal to BQ, DP is equal to BQ. It is given to us. Then again AD is equal to BC because they are the opposite sides of the parallelogram. And angle ADB, this angle ADB is equal to angle CBQ, this one, because DA is parallel to BC and here the transversal is your BD. DA parallel to BC and transversal BD. So we can say from SAS congruency that triangle APD is congruent triangle BQC. Now since these two triangles are congruent, therefore I can say that AP is equal to CQ, CPCT. Okay, now for the third proof, let us consider the two triangles, that is AQB and CPD. AQB and CPD. Now from these two triangles, again BQ is equal to DP, this is given. AB is equal to CD because they are the opposite sides of the parallelogram. And ABQ is equal to CDP. So from here we get that these two triangles are congruent because of SAS congruency. Similarly, if they are congruent, then we can say that AQ is equal to CP by CPCT. Now, look into the triangles APQ and CQP. From there, we have AQ is equal to CP from the equation number B. AQ is equal to CP. Again, AP is equal to CQ from equation number A. And PQ is common in these two triangles. Therefore, these two triangles are congruent by SSS congruency. Now, since these two triangles are congruent, APQ is equal to PQC. And AQP is equal to CPQ by CPCT. But see, they are alternate angles. They are alternate angles because the line segments AP and QC are intersected by the transversal PQ. Therefore, AP is parallel to QC and also AQ parallel to PC. Since both pairs of the opposite sides of the quadrilateral APCQ are parallel, therefore we can say that APCQ is a parallelogram. So thus, from this we can prove the five things that we require to prove. Okay, now let us go to question number 10. Now, in this figure, it is said that ABCD is a parallelogram. AP and CQ are the perpendiculars from the vertices A and C on the diagonal BD. And now we need to show here that APB, this triangle, and CQD, this triangle, are congruent to each other. As well as we need to show that AP is equal to CQ. So for this, AB is parallel to CD, we know, and BD is the transversal. Therefore, CDB, this angle, is equal to DBA, alternate angles. Now, in triangle APB and in triangle CQD, we have AB is equal to CD. These are the sides of a parallelogram. Again, APB is equal to angle CQD because they are 90 degree each. And from equation 1, we got that CDQ is equal to ABP. CDQ is equal to your ABP. So we can say that these two triangles are congruent to each other by ASA congruency. Therefore, if these two triangles are congruent, I can say that AP is equal to CQ by CPCT. Right. Okay. So let us go to the next sum now. Number 11. See the figure here. In this figure, it is given that, in this question, it is given that in triangle ABC and in triangle DEF, AB is equal to DE. Then again, AB is parallel to DE. BC is equal to EF and BC is parallel to EF. We need to show that AB, E and D is a parallelogram. BEFC, this is a parallelogram. AD is parallel to CF and AD is also equal to CF. ACFD is a parallelogram. AC is equal to DF and triangle ABC is congruent triangle DEF. So to begin with, the first proof, In this quadrilateral ABED, see here, AB is equal to DE, it is given to us, and also AB is parallel to DE. So therefore we can say that ABED is a parallelogram. Now in quadrilateral BEFC, here also BC is equal to EF and BC is parallel to EF. It is given. Therefore we can say that BECF is a parallelogram. Next, for number 3 proof, let us consider the parallelogram ABED. ABED. In this parallelogram, AD is parallel to BE and AD is equal to BE. Keep this one as equation number 1. Similarly, from the parallelogram BEFC, we have CF is parallel to BE and it is equal to BE. So keep this one as equation number 2. Now from these two equations, we can say that AD is parallel to CF and also equal to CF. So keep this one as equation number A. Now for the 4th proof, in the quadrilateral, see here, in the quadrilateral ACFD, we have AD parallel to CF and AD is also equal to CF from number A. Therefore I can say that ACFD is a parallelogram. Since ACFD is a parallelogram, therefore I can say that AC is equal to DF and also parallel to DF. Keep this one as equation number B. Now, to prove that ABC is congruent triangle DEF, let us consider these two triangles first. So from this two triangles, AB is equal to DE, it is given to us. Again, AC is equal to DF, we have just now got this one from equation number B. And BC is equal to EF. So this is also given to us. Therefore, I can say that ABC is congruent triangle DEF by SSS congruency. So this is proved that this triangle is congruent to each other in this DEF. Okay, now let us go to the next sum. The last of this exercise 8.1, number 12 sum. See here, in this figure, ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD and AD is equal to BC. We need to prove that angle A, this angle is equal to angle B, and angle C is equal to angle D. The third one is ABC, this triangle is congruent triangle BAD, this one. We need to prove this. And the fourth is the diagonal AC is equal to the diagonal BD. For this sum, we have done a small construction in which we extend this AB line and draw a line through C parallel to DA. Intersecting this line which is produced, this line from AB which is produced, we intersect this and this line through C will intersect at a point which is called as E. So we can say that AD, C and E is a parallelogram. Therefore, AD is parallel to CE and AD is also equal to CE. Also, AD is equal to BC. Therefore, we can say that AD is equal to BC is equal to CE. Now, we know that the sum of the interior angles of the same side of the transversal is equal to 180 degree. So, if A and angle E is equal to 180 degree, because of the transversal AE, these are the interior angles. So, from here, if A plus A is equal to 180 degree, you can say that angle E is equal to 180 degree minus A. So, keep this one as equation number 1. Angle A plus angle E, 180. So, angle E is equal to 180 minus A. So, now, this is kept as equation number 1. Next, BC is equal to CE. Since these two lines are equal, so their opposite angles will also be equal. BC, the opposite of BC will be your angle BEC, this angle. And the line is CE, the opposite angle of CE will be your CBE. Since these two lines are equal, so the angles will also be equal. Now, from equation A, we have seen that in equation A, angle E is equal to 180 degree minus A. So, here we see that angle E is equal to angle B. Since E is equal to angle B, we got E as 180 minus A. Therefore, angle B will also be 180 degree minus A. Keep this as equation number B. Now, angle ABC, this angle plus angle CBE equal to 180 degree. From here, ABC will be again 180 minus CBE. So now, in place of CBE, I can write here 180 degree plus A from equation B. So, 180 will be cancelled. We get here angle B is equal to angle A. Keep this one as equation number C. We need to prove angle B is equal to A, which is done. And we have kept this one as equation number C. Now, For the second proof, let us see here, let us consider angle A plus angle D will be the interior angles of the transversal, same side of the transversal AD. So angle A plus angle D will be 180 degree. From here, angle D will be equal to 180 minus angle A, which we will keep this as equation D. Similarly, angle C plus angle B is the interior angle on the same side of the transversal BC. So angle C plus angle B will again be 180 degree. Here, angle C will be 180 minus B. Keep this as equation number E. From equation C, we know that angle A is equal to angle B. So here, angle C, from equation E, I can write an angle C is equal to 180 degree minus A. In place of B, I have written here A. Keep this as equation number F. So from D, this equation D, and from this equation F, I can say that angle C is equal to angle D. Because in equation D also, the right hand side is 180 degree minus angle A. And in F also it is 180 degree minus angle A. So here, angle D will be equal to angle C because the right hand side is equal here. Thus, we can say that angle C is equal to angle D from the equations D and F. Okay. Now, we have to show that angle ABC is congruent triangle BAD. So for this, let us consider these two triangles in which angle A is equal to angle B from equation C. AD is equal to BC is given and AB is the common side. So these two triangles are congruent by SIS congruency. Now if these two triangles are congruent, I can say that AC is equal to BD. This AC will be equal to BD. And these are nothing but the diagonals. So we can say the diagonal AC is equal to BD. So with this sum, we come to the end of this exercise 8.1. From next video onwards, we will start with the next exercise. But before that, we will have to also learn about the midpoint theorem. So thank you for today.